Hi there, we are here in Moores, downtown Vancouver with, Jason Priestley. Local boy, we should point out.
Local boy.
Should be North Van, born and raised.
Made, okay.
Yeah, you did all right.
I would have said made good, but I'm humble. I'm Canadian.
Oh, okay, good,
Right.
good. Glad we got that out of the way. Let's start right from the beginning here. We're in this store for a reason today. You are supporting a charity.
I am the ambassador.
Ambassador.
Of the 10th annual Moores Suit Drive.
Right.
Which is a wonderful charity. Anyone brings any lightly used piece of business clothing into any Moores location across Canada from July 1st to July 31st, and they get 50% off of their purchase that day. So,
Men's and women's, right?
Men's and
Both,
women's,
yeah.
yes. So if you got an old suit that you want to update, and you want to, you got an old suit laying around from 1985 that you want to update and get a new suit, your husband likes clothing.
Yes, he does.
Yes. But you can bring it in, get rid of that old suit, and get 50% off a new suit. It's a win-win for everybody. They take those old clothes, they donate it to people that are entering or re-entering the workforce and need a wardrobe update of their own. So it's we're paying it forward here at Moores, and it's a wonderful charity, I think, and something I've tried to be a part of for the last couple of years,
Right.
and finally my schedule allowed me to this year. So I'm very happy to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about fashion. Shall we?
Yes.
I mean, you're looking very smart today.
Thank
Your
you.
suit jacket
Thank you.
fits perfect.
I think so. Thank you
Bespoke
very
is always
much.
nice. When did it first dawn on you that, oh, what I'm wearing is going to make a difference? Or make an impression?
I started to understand that when I got out of high school and moved out of my parents' house and started to actually find myself in professional settings.
Right.
Because you never get the second chance to make a first impression, and I think that clothes make the man, clothes make the woman.
Right.
And these perception is reality, especially nowadays, right? Perception is reality, and I think that also for me, I personally love wearing a suit. I always feel like whenever I put on a suit, it's like I feel like it's like putting on a superhero costume.
Wow. Yeah.
I feel super cool in a suit. So wearing a suit to me is like wearing a superhero costume, and I feel that way with characters that I played. Like I always felt that way when I was playing Fitz on Call Me Fitz. I would put on Fitz's suits in the morning, and I would really put on that character. And when I took the suit off at the end of the night, I would take off that character and put it aside. My wife was very happy that I took that character off at the end of the night.
Probably most characters, because that would be weird if you were stating character at home.
It could be a little awkward. Anyway, so I really believe in the suit drive, and the fact that we can give people their own little suit of armor to put on and go out in the world and try to improve their lives.
I mean, looking good is a confidence booster, right?
It certainly is.
Put it on, off you go. I'm going to still stick with fashion with you because I know that you always do a good job, and you've been in so many different shows. But let's go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
Any moments?
There were some fashion misses in the 90s.
Lots of collars up in your life, in your history, I bet, right?
Yeah, lots of pop collars, lots of I had a mullet. I was all in. I pushed my chips all in the 90s. But why not?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I didn't go all the way with the MC. I didn't have MC Hammer pants. I didn't quite go that far. But trends are there to be enjoyed.
Good one.
How about that?
That's a really good answer.
Right, trends are like they're like a little piece of candy, right? You pop them in your mouth. They taste good, but they're gone quickly, right?
Well, we hope. Then they come back again. Do you like to shop? Are you a good shopper?
I don't mind. I don't mind a little retail therapy.
Okay, good.
Yep, I can do that. What about yourself?
I have my moments. I have a short window.
Right.
I'll do it quickly and then get out.
Yeah,
but
right.
otherwise, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. I got kids.
Yes.
And I find I really enjoy shopping for my kids. That's the thing that drives me these days.
2 girls?
I have a girl and a boy. I've got a 12-year-old girl, 10-year-old boy. And you were asking about my tween earlier.
I was asking about, you have a tween. Well, 12 now though. I'm going on 18, right? It's like,
yes,
yeah,
100%.
So what is she when she gets to look at you?
They grow up so fast these days, don't they?
I know.
They really do grow up
right.
Much faster than we did.
Yeah. Even you involved
just,
in the business, you think your daughter's growing up faster than you did?
Well, it's just access
Social
to information,
media, yeah.
right? They did, they have the world at their fingertips thanks to the Google machine. So they can't help but grow up faster, and their frame of reference is totally different than ours was, just because of access, right? So,
what's your teenager advice going to be? Because you were like a really famous teenager.
Well,
or played a really famous teenager.
I played a really famous teenager. I really didn't become famous until I was about 21 years old. Right. Thank God.
Yes, exactly. So maybe that's the point.
Yeah. Yes. I try to. Thankfully, my kids are not really interested in entertainment, which is great. They're gymnasts and they want to be scientists and. My son wants to try to revive the extinct Tasmanian tiger, which I keep trying to explain to him is going to be very difficult, but he thinks he can do it somehow.
Dream big.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Dream big and stay in school. That's the big lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're about to face this teen stuff, and while we're here, you're working back in Vancouver right now because you're rebooting the show.
Yes.
You've been directing some episodes, right?
The Beverly Hills 90210 reboot is shooting here in Vancouver. I know it sounds strange.
It sounds really strange.
But everything shoots in Vancouver these days. And through the magic of Hollywood, we're going to make it look like Beverly Hills. I am directing the episode that we're shooting right now.
Okay.
Which has been fun for me to direct all of my former co-stars that I used to direct back in the 90s. I think it's been fun for all of us. I haven't really asked them if it's been fun for them, but it's been fun for me to boss them all around again. Yeah.
What's the difference between directing them back on that show and then all these years later? Is there?
I get a little more pushback now than I did back then. Yeah.
We're going to start. Let's start some tabloid rumors here today. Jason Priestley. Jason Priestley says they're hard to work with. No.
I'm not hard to work with.
No, they are. I said they, so I'm on your side. I'm sitting with you.
They're not.
They're
kidding. Not. We're all actually having a pretty good time.
What can you tell us about this show, though? Like, it's quite vague. It's like you guys are playing hyper characters of yourself, accelerated. What is it?
We're shooting a fake reality show. A totally scripted reality show version of all of us as ourselves in this glorious age of reboots. All of us decide to try to get a reboot made of Beverly Hills 90210.
Right. Okay.
And so the show follows us on our quest to get this reboot made. Will we succeed? Will we fail? What lengths do we go to try to get the show made? What strife is there between the two of us? What happens when we all get back together? What wounds have healed from the show that we did before? What wounds haven't healed?
Made up wounds.
Made up wounds? Are they made up? I don't know.
Oh, so you're going to leave us guessing. We have to guess.
Exactly. I think that's going to be a lot of fun of the show. What stuff really happened? What stuff are we making up? I think that's going to be one of the fun things about the show. People are going to have to figure out what's real and what's not.
Have you guys been approached to do a legit reboot, like an actual? Here are these characters back, like whatever it is, 20 years later.
Like to go back and play Brandon and Brenda and Kelly and Steve.
Have you had that come up?
No.
Would you do it if it did?
I don't think anyone wants to see a 50-year-old Jason Priestley in a Peach Pit uniform.
Come on.
Really?
I've been in here 5 minutes with you and people come by and looking at you.
Do you think so?
Well, maybe not the Peach Pit uniform. I don't get your new uniform. Get you a nice suit.
Get me a nice suit.
We're having fun here right now, but I obviously have to bring this up because Luke Perry, sadly, you guys lost Luke this year, and sudden very young.
Yeah.
I mean,
way too young.
52 years old. I mean, that shouldn't happen at any time. How is that, or can you tell us how that's addressed in the new show, or sort of where you're at with doing it without Luke?
Well, it's making the show without Luke has been very bittersweet for all of us. You know, Luke was a big part of my life. and he was a big personality with a big heart, and I think we all feel his absence on the show. And dealing with his absence on the show has been difficult because we continue to struggle with how to do it respectfully and not make it feel exploitative in any way. So we're working very hard to do it in a way that feels honest and pays respect to Luke.
Are you guys like covered in security around this project? Have there been catching any sneaks?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah?
I mean, we're shooting in Vancouver.
Yeah, we're pretty low key here.
Canadians are super cool. I mean, I say that because I'm a Canadian myself. Canadians are, and people are like, oh, hey, they're shooting a show over there. You know how people are here, right?
Yeah,
like
we're a little bit more laid back.
Yeah, nobody makes a big deal out of it, which is actually, this is probably the best place to shoot a show like this. I feel like if we were actually in Los Angeles, we would be covered with photographers from TMZ, and there would be spies on the set.
Well, you guys have had that show and I don't know if this is unfair. A gender's question, but the women on that show have taken such a beating over the years from the tabloid journalists and that stuff. I mean, do you get a little protective of that, or do you think, go hide, never leave your house? It just seems like such a horrible position.
I never felt that way.
No. Yeah, it seemed to have been mostly the women were picked on, right?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that. They would have to speak to what their experience is with that stuff, but I imagine it was probably pretty hard for them.
Well, I guess, back in Vancouver, when good news, you're shooting here. I imagine palm tree rentals went up because of you guys. You've cleared out all the palm trees in Vancouver.
I believe we rented every palm tree that there was in the Lower Mainland, to tell you the truth.
Exactly, so that's good. Well, thanks so much for chatting today.
You got it.